Good afternoon. Welcome to Help Desk Live, episode 29. I am Jen Sheffer. I'm the mobile learning coach here at Burlington High School. And joining me today are two really excited individuals. First, I'd like to introduce representing Team iWatch, Josh Boulos.
Hey guys, I'll be representing the Apple Watch today in our chat.
And Josh is a help desk student. He's a first-year help desk student. He is a senior. And representing Team Samsung is Colleen Jenkins.
Hello, everyone.
She is our speech and language pathologist here in Burlington. So this is our first wearable tech battle. The rules are there are no rules, and it's, kind of anything goes. So I think we have a good demonstration planned for you this afternoon. So if you have never heard about the iWatch or the Samsung Watch, you're in the right place if you're watching. And so, no pun intended.
No pun was intended.
So we're going to have a good time. This will be a lot of fun. So we are going to start this very formally by flipping a coin to see who will go first.
Wait, you have to call heads.
Ready?
And
Who's
Well,
you going to
since
call it?
Apple goes with Burlington, and so I'll be the home team, so I think away chooses.
oh, okay.
So ready?
All right,
So-
heads.
Okay. Oh, jeez. Where'd it go? Okay. And it's heads.
It's heads.
So.
So, can I defer?
No, you have to go
I have to
first.
go
You have to go
first?
first.
Oh,
All right, so this is
That's
how we're
okay.
going to do this, just so that the viewers can get a clear, look at the watch. We're going to Josh is going to have to scoot a little bit, and then we're going to pull the camera up here so that Colleen can do her demo. So Colleen, tell the audience a little bit about why you chose the Samsung Watch.
well, I didn't choose the Samsung Watch. It chose me. I actually am a proud owner of the Samsung Galaxy. I've always had Samsung. The only Apple product that I own is my iPad, which I find very useful, but I find my Android systems way more user-friendly and a lot easier to use. It was actually given to me as a gift, so it's not something that I really would have purchased for myself, but I'm happy that someone gave it to me because I love it.
Lucky.
Yeah, I was very lucky. The cool thing about the watch is that initially when I got it, I used it for the pedometer. It kind of replaced another pedometer that I lost. So initially that's really how I used it. But once I got to learn about it and actually download the app onto my phone, I saw that there were a lot of really cool features to it. So when you go to, you get the Gear 2, the Gear 2, if you hit that, it opens up to a different, I don't know if you can see it. I might have to lighten the view.
We do have one live viewer.
Oh, look at that. So you have different things that you can, this is all new, different ways you can access it. So you can actually change the screen by tapping on the home screen. And when you do that, you can, here, hold my phone.
You got it.
So by doing that, you can change the background. Actually, let me go to clock first. So I'm going to go to the shortcut view. So, and it changes it right there from my phone to my watch. So I don't even have to go to do it on my phone, actually on my watch. And then with that, you can use, different colors. It changes it right as you touch it. There's a lot of different features to it. So if you go into the settings, you can look at the clock, the wallpaper. You can check off whether you want notifications. I leave it unchecked during the day because it just pings all the time with Twitter, Facebook, messages.
You're popular.
I am popular, that's how I roll. People like to follow me. But email, anything that would go to my phone goes to my watch. So I keep that unchecked. So it's just a matter of just checking the box or unchecking the box. When I swipe down, it goes back to the screen. So you don't have to keep hitting the home button, although you can. You can change your sound, your display, which is really kind of cool. I figured this out most recently when I was outside with my preschool students. I can change the brightness to outside, which is like 1 or 0. So it really darkens the screen up so you can see it in the light. You can change the font, which is kind of fun. I like changing the font every once in a while. But right now it's on the default. So if I want to change it to cool jazz, it automatically changes it when I go back to my home screen.
So, I mean, are you walking around like going like this and talking into
When
it?
I do
like-
when I do use it for a phone call, it's over the air, so everyone can hear it. It's not, I wouldn't do it if I was expecting a personal phone call, but it really does help when I am like working around the house and my hands are full and I can just swipe it with my chin and answer it without having to put anything down or stop what I'm doing. If I need to take a phone call while I'm driving, it's hands-free because I can talk in while I drive. So it's not a problem where I had to stop, hold it, and have one more distraction in my hand.
It's voice activated.
Voice activated, voice text, I can have it either set up so it does voice to text, or I can use a template. It can be a matter of I'll call you back later, a yes or no, or I'm driving. So
So you can be driving to work and, email
mhm,
and send an email.
Yep, via
That-
voice.
Okay.
Can you edit
Oh,
those? Can you-
Team iWatch is jumping in here.
Yeah.
The enemy
can you edit
is
those-
jumping in.
Can you edit those templates?
That honestly, I'm not a tech person, so I'm sure you can add templates to
Yeah.
it. I just haven't figured it out.
Okay.
So that I
Cool.
don't know because I've never thought to do that. I
Mhm.
just usually do the voice to text, and
Cool.
it will say what I want it to say.
So it was a gift.
It was a gift.
However, we need to know how much it costs.
This watch, because
Right?
it has, all right, so this, I did research. I didn't know how much it cost because it was a gift. If you look here, this here is the camera. So it takes pictures and uploads to my gallery on my phone, as well it stays on here, but it also does short video clips. So I think this retails about $500 or $600. I got it a year ago, October, so it came out way before the iPhone. So everyone here was like, "Is that the new iWatch?" I'm like, "No, it's way cooler."
Uh-oh.
So-
Them's fighting words. Way cooler.
Oh,
Well,
jeez.
again, I'm
Now-
definitely a Samsung person. I like my Android.
But speaking of cool, I
Mhm.
mean, you are quite the fashionista.
Oh, thank you.
We
Mhm.
kind of established that. We
Mhm.
have that in common. However, fashion-wise, I mean,
Mhm.
is it fashion forward? Is it, because I'm just thinking how in those terms, is it?
I mean, I wear it every day. I don't have a problem with it not matching. Chances are, like I said, you can if I wanted to be out.
Now, what's
I got
that?
all my messages coming up.
Oh boy.
So there we go. So if I wanted to respond to her,
Show that. You want to show that?
yeah. So if I wanted to respond to it, I could just swipe it sideways, and it would let me do the voice to speech
Okay.
or voice to
Do
text.
you
rather.
get a lot of comments on it? Like,
I
people-
do. I would say at least 4 or 5 times a day, people ask me what it is, and if it's the Samsung. More people recognize Samsung as having the watch. This is like their 2nd or 3rd generation watch.
Mhm.
They have like the Gear 2, which is this one, and then there's like the Gear Neo. So they've had multiple watches out
Mhm.
Mhm.
before Apple. So
Is that
people,
the only size available?
no, there is a bigger size
Okay.
one. I think this was chosen for me because it is a smaller face.
Yeah.
And I have small wrists, so it's easily, you can change the strap.
Hey, let me try it on. I have a teeny tiny little wrist. Let's see how it
So-
looks on me. And then we'll,
So I
Okay.
obviously have a much bigger wrist.
what do you think, guys?
So,
I don't know.
It's
that's-
ginormous.
It's pretty
well,
blo-
on her wrist, yeah.
It's
Mine
pretty
it
big.
looks pretty. It looks pretty standard
it
on me.
definitely is not comfortable. I'm going to say that right now. It is.
Well, it needs to be adjusted.
It's-
To me,
yeah.
it took a little while. I mean,
It's
but
kind of
I-
heavy too, a little bit.
That's a little bit, but
Yeah.
I mean, it's not anything that's like out of the ordinary for watch for
Yeah.
me anyway. So I always
Yeah.
wear big clunky watches. I like being able to change the different faces. So like that was my thing, is like I had like 6 or 7 different watches that had different looks. So I can easily change
Only 6 or 7.
Yeah.
Okay.
so I can change the appearance of the face, and I actually like going with the analog watch,
Mhm.
like the Roman numeral. So if you go to settings, go to clock, I don't know if you can see it. You can turn through the different faces. This is the one I choose.
Oh, yeah, that's kind of nice.
Just because it helps me visualize my time better.
That's old. That's old school.
That's old school.
right there.
I like
Yeah,
old school.
I like that. What about Google Apps integration access? Could I type a Google Doc out on that? I mean, how good are the apps?
Let's see. Apps. We got schedule. I can monitor my sleep. We got a stopwatch, timer. I can use this to as a remote from my TV. Voice
For the
memo.
truly lazy.
For the truly lazy who don't want to get up off the couch. I can dial or look at my things. So like for writing a document,
Or talking.
I'm speaking on it. I don't think it's applicable for that. But find my device. You can email,
Okay.
message, media controller, music player, and voice message,
Okay.
message, Samsung message.
All right.
So,
So wait, so it's not applicable? You can't get like apps, really?
honestly, probably there
Yeah,
is
like
a
you-
way,
yeah.
but
I think we found the weakness of this.
But again, it's only a weakness if that's what you're looking for. Like I have my phone, so why I don't,
Right.
I use my phone for my, bigger documents.
Right.
Like it would be kind of silly to try to type or speak a document onto
All right.
my
Before we
wristwatch.
shift gears to Team iWatch,
Mhm.
last chance to plead your case because we'll do a poll and we'll
Okay.
see who the victor is. So, top 3 reasons why you should purchase a Samsung watch. Go.
Okay. One, it's if you like the Samsung, you'll find it very easy to use. It is user friendly for people who aren't really tech savvy. It's super easy. It's accessible by your phone. You're able to use different features to keep up with your health. Your pedometer, your heart rate. Monitors your stress level. So if I were to do it now, I'd probably
Give me that
gone
watch.
off the top. So it's a matter of preference. Like I said, all my devices except for one is an Android. So that's just my choice. It's not really 3 answers. It's just I really like Samsung, and
No
I
regrets.
think no regrets.
All
I mean, I don't ever wish that I had the iPhone or iWatch. So I know it's blasphemy, but I just find it a lot easier to use. I find it user friendly. So
All right. Well, there you have it from
Okay.
Team Samsung, and the brand is Watch.
watch.
It's just
Watch.
Samsung
No,
Watch.
Gear 2.
Gear 2. Sorry.
Yeah, Samsung
Okay.
Gear 2. There's
All right.
sorry, everyone.
Okay, cool.
Sorry.
Should we switch seats?
Yeah, maybe
we can do
switch
that.
seats. So, little transition here.
Yeah. Clearly,
That was-
Apple guy.
And here we go.
Um,
Representing Team he's ready. I'm just going to sit back and
Mhm.
Okay.
we'll
here, I'll
kind
take
of
it
do,
off
we
right
got to be
here.
fair here with this battle, okay?
Cool.
So the first thing is, why did you purchase the iWatch? She got it as a gift, but maybe you.
I also got it as
Of
a
course you
gift.
did.
So I wouldn't necessarily, like Miss Jenkins said, the Apple, it's kind of like to watch, you get as a gift, and I don't know if I would have gone out and spent my own money on the watch, but I mean, it's awesome to have it. It's so convenient. And that leads into my point of why people buy the watches, is because I think there's 2 points. It's either 1 for style, and then there's 2 for convenience. And that's where I think the style, that's where Apple kind of takes over that watch game, is because, so here, as you can see, so first off, I don't know if Miss Jenkins showed you, but we have a lock screen on the Apple Watch. So yeah, we got that. So it has a lock screen. Every time you take it off, it goes to that lock screen. And then, so style, like I said, the bands here you can take them off. I have never really taken them off, but you can take them off, and Apple has,
change out the band.
yeah, Apple has a bunch
Like
of
a swap
bands.
watch.
Yeah.
Apple has a bunch of bands that you can replace it with.
And
So
how much do the bands cost?
the bands cost $150
We'll
for
see.
a set.
Okay, so for
I believe.
$150 for a set versus, so my guess is like either they break easily and they need to be replaced, or
Mine's been holding
Um,
sturdy
you've had it
for about 6 months.
6 months.
Yeah.
Okay. So granted, I probably could take it off.
Mhm.
You can, because there are pins there,
Yeah.
but it's just a matter of stability for me. I
Mhm.
can't, this won't fall off my wrist.
Yeah.
That's what I like that.
Yeah. And then the Samsung watch, it's kind of a clip that goes on, where this is a little bit more convenient. It's kind of just a little hole, and then it has the thing that goes through here, just like that. So that may be maybe more of a convenience to users. So instead of, I don't know, having to put the whole thing on, I tend to, when I do that I have other watches, I tend to
I should have worn my
Kinda.
referee jersey.
I tend to kind of clip myself when
Uh-huh.
when I use those ones. So this is a little bit more
All right,
user
so
friendly.
good. We've established style, important
Mhm.
to me. Convenience, price.
Hmm.
What's
Price.
the price?
So this is more, like Miss Jenkins said, her watch is more user friendly. The Apple Watch is more complex, which is why I think it is priced at $350 for the watch. And there's different sizes you can get too. So I think the minimum, the regular one's $350, and then you can get a bigger size one. This is just the regular one, and the bigger ones are like around $400.
Yeah.
But
The one I wanted was like $18,000. It was the gold.
was it
one.
gold? Yeah,
so
the
that's
gold one.
I'm
The
saving
gold.
up for that one.
Yeah, the gold one's a little bit more expensive.
Can you?
And
All right, go ahead.
So now we'll get
We'll do
into
a
the
demo, yeah.
we'll get into the tech part of it. So one of the cool features of the Apple Watch is that it is very sensitive. The face is very sensitive, and it can differentiate between hard taps on the screen and small taps on the screen. So if I were to, so this is my home screen,
Now, how did you get to that?
and I got to that by simply hitting the home button on the side here, and it's circular. It also kind of circulates.
Yeah.
So that can get me to my home screen. So I just simply press on it, and it'll take me to my home screen. And as you can see, I have all my applications right there. And then if I simply rotate it, that gets me back to my lock screen.
Now, can you get to that either screen that you just showed by tapping on it, or do you have to press that side button? Tapping on the face?
I have to
Okay.
press the
All
side
right,
button.
gotcha.
So
All right, so you got apps.
oh, and I can also, if I'm in my home, I can see all my applications. I just press on it. Also, I don't have to circle
Okay.
out into
All right.
the lock screen. But as I was saying, if I tap on the face hard, it goes right to the different lock screens that I can have, and I can swipe over. Look at that, they have a Mickey Mouse one. I had that for a little while, and you can customize your own. So as you can see, I kind of like the more old school style, like Miss Jenkins too. It kind of looks a little bit classier. So, and then again, if you want to pick that screen, you simply click it, and it's right back to your lock screen. And I can also, to get to my home screen, just softly click it. I believe that does it. Oh. Softly click it, it should work, but that's how you get to your home screen. And as you can see, so now going into the applications, you can go to the messages. You can, as you can see, you can scroll around. I'm gonna go to my messages. It's the green one. Click on that, and I haven't used it all that much on messages, but I kind of use it for like when I'm working out and stuff. But as you can see, it has all my messages there. And if I wanted to, I could go into the message, and just like Miss Jenkins, the Samsung, it's voice activated, and it you can just like that see it has the reply button, and it has the templates that what's it called, that I can tap on to respond. Cancel top left, and I can also use my voice, like I said, voice command to do that too. But one of the cool features on the Apple Watch is that it's paired with my phone. So I click on the iWatch thing that comes with the newest update. There's an update that you have to get with the iPhone 5, or I think it comes with the iPhone 5. But you click on the Apple Watch application, and it'll take you to the settings of the Apple Watch. And from here, I can go to my messages and I can go to my default replies. And just like that, that's all my replies that I can see on my Apple Watch. And I can just switch them out with common answers that I'd like and stuff like that. So whatever, I mean, if you know a phrase that you say all the time or whatnot, that you want to conveniently look on your watch when you're doing something and answer someone, that's one way of doing it. You can just set your default answer. So that's pretty cool. And then all your settings too, you can go on this application on your phone and just set whatever you'd like. So we'll go back into here. As you can see, when I have my watch off, it automatically goes to my lock screen. So another cool feature of the Apple Watch is the activity application. And this keeps track of your heart rate and calories you've burned during a workout. So that keeps track of all of that. And that's one of the major features of the Apple Watch. And also,
Do you have different types of exercise or just exercise in general?
it's just exercise in general. So, I mean,
like
you
whether
basically,
walking, running, or biking or hiking, it's all this all in one.
yeah, it's all in one. It kind of, you just set a start time
Mhm.
and then you set a finish time and it'll tell you all of like
Mhm.
all the stuff, all the
Mhm.
calories and whatnot that you've burned
Mhm.
at that time. And also it has photos. So there's photos up here. Oh, nope.
Where's the camera?
The camera, there is no camera with the Apple Watch.
Oh, so you can
So
take
that,
pictures.
no, you cannot take
videos.
pictures, but it does connect. Like I said,
your-
it's paired.
Okay.
It does connect to my iPhone.
Mm-hmm.
So if I were to go to the camera
Mm-hmm.
on the watch and I were to go to the camera on my phone, as
Uh-huh.
you can see,
Okay.
my phone over here,
Mhm.
you can see us.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I'm displaying this on my phone and it's
Mhm.
going to my Apple Watch.
Okay.
So that's pretty cool. So that's kind of a small.
Wait, let me take a picture of you doing that with my watch.
Okay.
All right.
I've lost all control. People.
Oh,
Okay.
well, it's connecting.
Wow.
There you go.
I want to see.
Okay. So yes, the Samsung Watch does have a camera, but that it does not. I'll tell you what it does not have. It does not have the applications that you have on your phone. So it may, but we don't know.
Well, and and honestly, I don't have it. Well, it's
Yeah.
not paired with it, so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's also. It does have a camera.
Mm-hmm.
Samsung Watch does have a camera, but it is not paired with the phone like the Apple Watch is with the iPhone. And so as you can see, it is paired. It has, these are my applications here. So it has Twitter,
Mhm.
Instagram. So I can scroll through my feed without having to
Mhm.
pull my phone out. And it kind of saves time too. So that's also a major thing.
Is
And
there
then,
Facebook on there?
yeah, you could
Yeah.
get, I don't have a Facebook really, but I mean, you could download Facebook onto here. Or if it's downloaded on your phone, it would automatically go to here because they're paired.
Yeah.
Um,
And those,
And then
those are paired on here too.
oh, okay.
So
is
like
it?
when you're talking about applications, I was talking like Google, like Class, like Drive, and things
Oh,
like that. Like,
yeah,
so
yeah.
I can get Facebook and Twitter and
Yeah.
anything that I have on here, I
Okay.
can get on this.
Yeah.
So maybe I wasn't as clear
Cool.
as I could have been.
Yeah. And again, just like the Samsung, it has it has music and it has mail that I can check. And again, the mail that's on my phone is automatically going to go, just like, I don't know if the Samsung does that
Mhm.
too, but it's automatically going to go to the watch. And another cool feature is if I had a notification, I could go to my home screen. Whoop. Go to my home screen, and as you can see, my notification comes up right at the bottom here, practice tonight, hockey practice. So that comes up as a friendly reminder throughout the day that I have something later on in the evening or whenever. You can set that on your again, set it on your phone and it'll automatically show up on your watch. So that's also a cool feature.
So what about, I asked Miss Jenkins about, does she get comments on the watch? Do people ask
Oh, yeah.
questions about you? What are your,
Yeah, all the time. People are always like, "Oh, you have the Apple Watch," because it's kind of it's the new thing that came out. So everyone's like, "Oh, that's so cool! Like, I always wanted one of those," or like, because it's kind of the new thing. And I think people, like I said, the style. That's kind of like people
Yeah.
like that part of it
Yeah.
because they see people with all these cool different bands, and that's kind of what draws their attention.
do you know other students here at Burlington that have? the
Yeah,
Apple?
actually, that brings me to my next point. Is you can set favorites on your Apple Watch. And there's this kind of cool feature that you can send. Again, when it's not on my wrist, I have to keep punching in my lock screen. But there's this side button, these buttons right here. If I click on that, it goes right to my favorites. So I can set 10 favorites. I believe, I think
For, like,
it's 10.
people you message the most?
Yeah, people I
or-
message the most and call the most. Again, it can call on the I can answer anything on the Apple Watch too. But yeah, that goes to my favorites.
So kind of like on your phone.
Yeah.
One favorite. Okay.
Yeah, and just like this is my buddy, he has an Apple Watch too. So if I click on his name, and then there's this cool feature, I can send him like pictures and whatnot. So I could like tap him an image, or I could send him my heart rate. So if I click on this little hand at the bottom, I'm just gonna draw, and this will go right to his Apple Watch. Or if I hold down,
It's kind of like an airdrop.
And he's gonna be like, "Why are you sending this to me?"
yeah, it's kind of cool.
That's it. So it's like a instant message text.
Yeah, it's like an instant.
teeny
Yeah,
tiny writing.
yeah, and if you hold down, it sends your heart rate too. But I don't have the watch on right now, so it's not gonna send my heart rate.
All right.
And then once it goes away, it'll send right to him. So
So you just made a comment, teeny tiny. Like, does the teeny tininess of the screen bother either one of you? Because if you're doing Twitter, if you're trying to use Twitter or Facebook, I'm thinking, gosh, that's so small. Like, how could, is that an annoyance? Is it, are you
Again,
fine with it?
I don't use it that way. Like,
Yeah.
I'll check and see what comes up on my Twitter feed or Facebook or email. But if it's something that I want to respond to, for me, it's easier just to go to my
Right.
phone or do the
So-
tap
Yeah.
to speak.
Is it worth the price for either one of these? Because I'm
I
not
think
convinced.
if you're an active person and it's having to pull out your phone 24/7 is an inconvenience, then I think, and you're also a stylish person, I think that it's definitely worth the price.
Now, I
But
was able to try that on. Can I try that
Yeah.
on? 'Cause-
this one might fit your hand a little bit better.
So this is kind of like a more.
No, you,
Other way.
so you
Mine
go.
is upside down.
See, for me,
It's like
I would be
that.
Oh, there we
afraid
go.
of that band because
Yeah.
I had the reason why I got this one is I
Yeah,
had
so you-
one of the Fitbits and I had that type of band and it fell off and I lost it.
Uh-huh.
So that's why I like the strong, for
Yep.
me personally,
Yeah.
the stronger
And then you
clasp
put it
Yeah.
through here.
and
Yeah, and then you put it through
put it
there.
through.
Oh, see. This is too big for me too.
So you need a
That's
child size.
I need a
Yeah.
pint size.
There is a smaller one too.
So
So.
I watch kids.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
There you go, Apple. There's a
Mhm.
product extension line for you.
Mhm. Yep.
So
Yeah. So
but
that's.
again, the exercise part on my watch, like that's why I asked, is I can do like bicycling or hiking or running or walking, and
Yeah.
it will do each one.
Mhm.
I mean, they're very there are definitely pros to
There's a
having
lot of similarities.
a lot of similarities. It's not like
Uh-huh.
one is far better than the other, except
Yeah.
the Samsung is. But
Are you going to take
I
that?
I think for the more complex
Look
person.
at your notes.
I think-
Josh has like a Google Doc. Did
I
you
covered
get
all that.
everything?
I
Okay.
covered all
He has
that.
a whole Google Doc of stuff.
I didn't come that prepared. I'm winging it. So
I think the more
It's just
complex,
well, I don't.
I think
need
the
to
more
come
complex
prepared. I know
person-
my watch.
the more complex tech savvy people should definitely go with the Apple Watch. And
That's if you have an iPhone. You know,
Yeah.
if you're an Android
Which-
user and you like your Samsung,
90% of America has iPhones.
I don't
So
I don't know. I don't. So
Uh-oh.
it's all right. I like my
Now
Samsung.
the battle is becoming fierce.
Uh-huh.
It's a choice. It's a preference. I prefer my Android over the Apple. I don't like
Mhm.
having to delete apps to upgrade memory or
True.
iOS
Yeah.
systems. I don't have that problem with my Samsung. with my watch or my phone. So that's just my preference. So
Mhm.
and everyone has their preferences.
Well, that's why you buy the more gigabytes.
I have a 64 gigabyte iPad and I still run out of space. So
Yeah.
To use Drive.
I do
Yeah, use
Drive.
Google Drive.
I have Drive access. On
Which
it.
you can access through your Apple Watch.
Well, all right. So I'll give you the last word. Top 3 reasons, clear and concise. Think of them like, tweet size. Top 3 reasons why someone should get the iWatch.
The style's better. You can exchange the bands. Convenience. I think it's a lot more convenient. All your applications are right in front of you when you open it. I mean, both watches are comparable that
yeah.
way. And then I think it's comfortable too. I think
Yeah.
it's
If it
definitely
fit
comfortable.
me, if either one of them fit me, because I get the gist of it.
Mhm.
And I am an Apple fangirl, you know that. But and that being said, that was more comfortable.
Mhm.
That one would be more comfortable for me.
Yeah.
But it feels, I don't know, neither one of them feel like ultra high.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. They feel kind of different.
Well, this is, I mean, it's
expect them to
durable.
feel
I mean, it's not something
Yeah.
that's going to break.
Mhm.
And that's why I didn't, think twice about keeping it.
Mhm.
I mean, if I felt it was like a delicate piece of equipment, I'd be afraid to wear it.
And watches are super personal.
Mhm.
And I think for me, I kind of like the smaller, more delicate watch. I don't wear a watch, I just use my phone mostly.
Yeah.
But if I were to, I have several watches with dead batteries, but
Yeah.
they're all tiny.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
I think it's,
yeah.
I don't know if I want
What's the
Yeah.
battery
to be
life?
connected.
About 2 days.
2 days.
Yeah.
2 days. That's
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And-
I can get about two days as well, as long as, if I'm not monitoring my sleep.
Mhm.
And then I have to charge a little bit more.
I like that
Yeah.
feature.
Does the Samsung is it a plug on? Do you just place it on the charger?
Yeah, no, it just clips on
Okay.
the back,
Yeah.
and then I plug it into the wall.
So do you have to get a different type of charger too? for
It
both
came
of-
with it.
It comes
So,
with it, okay.
yeah.
Yeah, it came with
Okay.
it too. But
Does yours
that's
plug
also
in, or does it clip on?
it's just sits
It's
right
on top of
sits
it.
right on it. So, but yeah, that's another thing too. To keep bringing up the style, but the Apple Watch is 18 karat gold.
Mhm.
So, and the Samsung is plastic. So,
Plastic?
That ends the technology
Yeah.
battle for me.
yeah,
Wearable technology
Yeah.
battle. Well, I think Apple is known for its style, and we all
Yeah.
know that. Their design, they pay attention to all those, details.
Mhm.
When I got my
Mhm.
first MacBook, I was like, oh, now I get it, because it was pretty beautiful. It's a beautiful product,
yeah,
gotta say.
yeah.
So, well, I think we're almost out of time. This was super fun. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you guys both.
job.
Yep.
Yep.
Thank you. That was
I don't
fun.
know who the winner is of this wearable technology battle, but I think it was a tie. Let's just call it
Yeah,
a tie,
we'll
right?
try.
I want to thank Ms. Jenkins because I know you're super busy. So thank you so much for
Mhm.
being here. This was fun. Josh, thank you for
Mhm.
being a participant.
Sorry,
in
it's
Help
my
Desk Live.
notification.
I think class is about to end. So
Right.
Josh is going to maybe follow up with Help Desk Live episode 30, sticking with the wearable technology theme. We may be bringing to you a little bit more about Google Glass. Yes,
Mhm.
we still have a pair. Maybe we should just, people think it's a dying product, but we also have Google Cardboard. So we might do a little bit experimenting
Mhm.
and exploring with that. So who do you think won the wearable tech battle? The watch, the
Gear 2.
the Gear 2 versus, I can't remember
iWatch.
the brand, the iWatch, right? You
Yeah.
can tweet, you can use the hashtag BHSWTB15 if you want to cast your vote. Maybe I'll throw out a poll. So thanks to, I believe Northgate Help Desk was watching. So I appreciate you guys watching, Mr. Tobin, you and your students. And if you're watching the archive, thanks for tuning in. I'm Jen Sheffer for Help Desk Live, episode 29 here in Burlington. Josh is going to end the broadcast for me by tapping on the stop broadcast.
Yep.
Thank you so
All
much
right.
for
See you guys.
watching. Have a good weekend.
Bye.